Can you hear me? Yes, so okay, I think the fact that the music has gone means that our panel is starting. So then I will just introduce all the speakers we have here. Some of them have the chance to be live, joining from Portugal. And that is Rogério, Miguel Lemos, and Afonso, right? And let me see if I can select again the gallery view. Yes, so that I see all your faces. And then we have with us Naomi joining us online. And we have Durk Krol. I don't know if he's already in the room, but I cannot see his name yet. So I will kick off the panel basically while we wait for Durk to join the session. And I'm sure you've had like more sessions today, at least those joining there live on water. And first thing I want to say is an online welcome to the World Forum for Life and to this panel. Today we're going to be talking about the relevance of balanced water management. And it's really interesting because we're going to have a time perspective, no, going from past to where we are now and where we want to go. And let's just start by talking about the topic, which is water. Water is a basic human right, and it's crucial for all of us. It's crucial for human health and well-being, but also for economic performance and business growth. And we are going to have 5 really interesting speakers sharing experiences, presenting what they do. And before that, I will just quickly introduce myself. I'm Raquel Torres. I'm the Vice President of JEUNE. It's the Young Entrepreneurs Association of Europe. And I will then kick off by giving the floor to Rogério Koehn. He's going to be our first speaker, and he is the CEO of SAUR Iberia. SAUR, for 90 years, has provided essential water services to the heart of regions. And the mission of the group has consistently been to offer the same quality service to small municipalities and cities alike, backed by the commitment that it is part of the core identity of SAUR, which is to protect the water supply. So with that, I will give the floor to Rogério. We will see if the speakers are sharing the screen, because some of them will be having some presentations, some others won't, and then I'll be asking questions. So Rogério, over to you. I don't know if you're sharing a slide. Are you sharing a PowerPoint?
No.
No, okay. So then directly to the question, and the question is, first of all, if you can tell us a bit about SAUR. And then the second is, what are the major challenges we face when it comes to water?
Thank you, Raquel. Thank you for inviting me at this amazing event here in Portugal. I have worked for the last 20 years in water sector in different countries in Latin America and Europe. Now I am the CEO of SAUR Group in Iberia. We provide service for more than 12 million inhabitants around the world, mainly in Europe, but also in other countries around the world. I think, first of all, water is global, also is local, but in this moment, the debate's local too here in Portugal, and I prefer to switch in Portugal. And in this debate, I suppose that the most number of attendants come from Portugal. Then I will try to explain my ideas in Portuguese.
Yes.
Água é atualmente debate a nível mundial, mas desde que existe a discussão de água, a água é um elemento local, que basicamente a propriedade da água é dos municípios, é municipal, e portanto porque é importante os debates que se fazem a nível local, mas também água é um debate a nível mundial. A SAUR vem trabalhando em mais de 80 anos no que é o serviço de levar a água, de gerenciar diferentes serviços de água no mundo. E é certo de que no passado a situação era mais simples, não tínhamos o problema da escassez nem da contaminação. Com os anos e com o câmbio climático aparece um estresse hídrico em determinadas regiões, o crescimento, a imigração da população, que no passado era basicamente rural, em municípios pequenos, ou basicamente no interior dos países, e no que são nos últimos 30 a 40 anos, uma concentração maior em cidades, e cada vez mais no futuro a população se vai concentrar em grandes cidades. Portanto, o desafio que a gente tem é como acompanhar a infraestrutura, a tecnologia e a qualidade dos serviços com a concentração e um maior estresse no que são as fontes de água doce que se suministra à população. É certo que já tem cidades no mundo que a qualidade do serviço, a qualidade do recurso vem diminuindo. E nessa visão, o importante é o investimento em tecnologia que se deve fazer para poder acompanhar o que é o crescimento das cidades, a qualidade de vida das pessoas que fazem a migração do campo para as cidades e logo toda a economia que também faz sustentável essas cidades. E dentro disso, a sustentabilidade do ciclo integral de água é primordial. Dentro disso, a minha empresa vem trabalhando no que é tecnologias de desalinização de água, já que em muitos lugares a água doce o acesso é complicado, portanto, e cada vez mais a tecnologia de desalação de água se está aplicando mais, se deve evoluir no futuro. Também no que é todo o gerenciamento do sistema global. Creio que, mais além do que é o debate de como se deve pagar todo o investimento que se deve fazer, já existem tecnologias que se pode supervisar de forma profissional todas as etapas do processo de controle de água, seja para as grandes cidades, seja para a agricultura ou seja para as cidades. Portanto, a automatização e a introdução de tecnologias no processo global do gerenciamento da água é fundamental. Isso é controle e a transparência também para a cidadania saber como é o estado real das fontes, das infraestruturas e logo do estado de eventual contaminação dentro do ciclo integral de águas. Em linhas gerais, esses são os desafios, Raquel. This is the challenge of the next year, not only for my company, but also for the world and the other company that provide water service in the cities or in the countries.
Thank you so much, Rogério. And with that, I mean, one takeaway from what you have said, first of all, is that sustainability is key. And then the second is taking me to the next speaker. You mentioned automation, you mentioned infrastructure, technology. That's going to take us to Afonso. And he works in the development team of the biggest actually state-owned enterprise in infrastructure and public utilities of Beijing. That's called BEWG. Afonso, I hope you will help me pronounce the name. And it is also the largest leading professional water and environmental service company. in China. So please, over to you, and I'm sure you will tell us a bit more about the importance of accompanying water with infrastructure and the investment of in technology.
Okay, thank you, Raquel. I have a presentation to share.
And it's up on the screen now, we can see it, yes. It's not on presentation mode though. Yes, now it's perfect.
Yeah, okay. Hi, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Afonso. I'm from BEWG. The full name is Beijing Enterprises Water Group Limited. First of all, I'd like to thank this opportunity of Water Forum to share with you guys the way of BEWG. So who we are. BEWG, we have many services, many subsidiary companies domain in different areas. Our core business is water. And we do business providing services in a wide range from water, waste to clean energy. We are the largest leading professional water and environmental service provider in full industrial chain in China. And we are also top 3 in the world as per Global Water Intelligence, with total assets of almost $20 billion by the end of 2019. By the end of 2019, we owned totally 1,252 plants. Oh, sorry. Including 1,058 wastewater treatment plants, 162 water supply plants, 30 water renew plants, and 2 desalination plants, with total capacity of 39.38 million cubic meters per day. Our overseas business started in 2009. We own 78 plants in 7 countries, including Malaysia, Singapore, Portugal, Australia, New Zealand, Angola, and Botswana. Our company arrived in Portugal in 2013 with the acquisition of Veolia Water entire stake at that time in Portugal. And we changed our name to BeWater. BeWater has 2 branches linked to the concession contracts that operate in the municipalities of Valongo and Paredes. So for our mother company in China, we mainly do business in urban water treatment, sewage treatment, urban sanitation and solid waste treatment, rural water services, sea water desalination, renewable solar energy, urban river environment treatment, and also industrial wastewater treatment. And for our local company in Portugal, for BeWater, the core business is water market and industrial water. And also for BWGPT, we have solid waste services, urban cleaning, and green space management. And also we do business in energy sector, including supply, installation, maintenance of solar panels, LED systems, and we have electric mobility services. Here, I'd just like to share a little bit our project reference. This is our Pandai 2 sewage treatment plant in Malaysia. This is an underground sewage treatment plant with total treatment capacity of 320,000 cubic meters per day. And we adopted many energy saving, I just want to because of the problem of points. I just want to share with you that its treatment plant use many energy saving and environmental friendly technologies, such as biogas power generation, solar power, effluent reuse, rainwater harvesting, wastewater source heat pump, and also aquatic skylight. And our company, Australian company in Trinity, it also has many services of water, wastewater, self-treatment, desalination, water reuse, and sales of equipment. The total capacity is about 1,700,000 cubic meters per day. Like I just mentioned, our company in Portugal, also with a wide range of water-related services, we also have our energy and environment business, such as we have several LED system services in the country. We own 3 concession contracts with the municipality of Paredes, Valongo, and Olaine. And also we have operation and maintenance services in Algarve. So in Algarve, we are also going to start soon our maintenance contract of primary network infrastructures. So with these all profiles and project experience, how do we maintain this food chain sustainability? We have acquired several innovations features during our development process. For instance, BEWG pays high attention to science-tech support with technology achievement in pilot research projects. We have over 200 patents awarded of intellectual property. These advantages of science-tech support encourage us to cooperate with universities and institutes to provide platforms and opportunities for environmental education, research, and application. In the financing area, for instance, BWGPT has partnership with a banker, allowing our clients to access a credit line with unique financing conditions, which can goes up to 100% of the total purchase amount. But with all these advantages come with challenges for water service companies, of course. In our point of view, increasing urbanization, elevating energy costs, aging and underfunded infrastructures, and evolving regulatory environment are 4 main challenges in the future. So we think it requires a digital transformation to optimize our operational efficiency. Why digital water? Digitalization is happening now all over the world, changing the way we live, we work in all aspects. With the help of digital systems, big data, and updated softwares, it is opening new opportunities to improve water infrastructure capital and operating efficiency, enhance public safety and health at a much lower cost. This is BWG's digital transformation strategy to smart operation and management. This system is 1+N model. 1 means 1 smart management center. The N means several regional management centers. The digital center is able to implement online simulation and the big data analysis technologies based on the enterprise cloud, IoT, and big data platforms, which develop professional tools, includes water quality virtual instrument, microbiological image recognition, material balance, and equipment fault diagnosis. It has established a data-driven smart machine-led model, which enables to provide the support for the implementation of high-efficiency operation and management. The smart control system has several models: feed-forward, feedback, big data for process systems. 3 online data-driven subsystems has been considered: pretreatment system, control system, and the calibration system. This system has advantage of reasonable design, simple operation, reliable and stable performance. With this transformation, we greatly improved our operation performance. In the past, it cost more manpower and dedication in the field. But now the digital systems makes it more efficient to control data and the related figures from remote office or laboratories. And also with help of customized app systems, mobile phones or tablets, it makes the access more convenient and high efficient. So under this digital transformation, it allows us to continue our business in all kinds of models in a more sustainable way, both in the way we provide service to our customers and also in the constant concern to integrate our activity in the environment that surrounds us, promoting a balance between consumption and the need for resources, between human action and reaction in nature. It is our responsibility to have more concern on environmental and social impact. For BEWG, we dedicate our social responsibilities by all means. We are taking actions to improve our performance and services to make our living environment better. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Afonso. I think this was really informative, inspiring, and I'm sure all of the participants who are joining us today have taken a lot of inspiration and details from your presentation. I hope it will be shared later. I guess the organizers will take that forward.
Yes.
But as you mentioned, the future of water is digital, and we have seen that with your presentation and everything you've told us. And the first question I asked to Rogério at the beginning was on the challenges, and you pointed also at some challenges for the water service and your company especially. And I will repeat the four you mentioned: increasing urbanization, elevating energy costs, aging and underfunded infrastructures, and evolving regulatory environment. And as you said, that requires a digital transformation. So indeed, the future of water is digital. And with that, I'm going to move to the next speaker. And I have here Naomi right below you, Afonso, on the screen. Naomi Timmer. Naomi is the director of H20 People and the European Union Water Program. And H20 People supports the engagement of young professionals and employees to be fulfilled in the roles when it comes to creating the new water world together. And I'm sure she will be telling you much more about the European Union Water Program. But it's basically a really interesting program from what I could see available online. And it's empowering a community of talented young water professionals sharing basically the commitment of a future of sustainable water resources in Europe. So with that, Naomi, I will leave it to you. Not sure if you're sharing the screen or just, okay, sharing.
It will just be me.
That's great. Over to you.
Thank you so much, and thank you for all the organization behind the event. And I'm so sorry I couldn't join you in person. I would have loved that, especially after this long time of these digital presentations. I would love to do something in real life again. Hopefully after summer, we keep our fingers crossed. But yeah, my name is Naomi Timmer. I'm the director of H20 People and the European Junior Water Program. We are focusing completely on people and UN within the water sector and the water environment. We are a young company that develops personal development programs, mainly for young professionals, but with H20 People, we are also partner in Erasmus Plus strategic partnerships, projects for all around Europe on developing a blueprint on industrial symbiosis and energy efficiency together with all other SPIRE sectors, which are high energy sectors. demanding sectors. We are developing together with universities new digital tools and collaboration tools to support education in water more and more, also in hybrid form in the upcoming 2 years. Next to that, within Water Europe, I am working group leader on human capital. So we try to encourage and see what the human capital needs are within the water sector all around Europe, and to give that a voice and to put it on the agenda and to make it matter. Because if you are asking me what is the major challenge within the water sector, I think we can find out all the technical solutions that we need. Within the digitalization, the transformations we have to do towards climate resilience, adapting new projects within the Green Deal, zero pollution. It all comes with all the talks I have at the end. It's human behavior that needs to be changed and adapted. Human behavior in work process and work skills, and also in the connection with other stakeholders and citizens. And that is where we focus on. With the European Junior Water Program, we created a program specialized in empowering young professionals to take up these tasks in the future. We created a 2-year program, so it's really a boost for your career. It's part-time next to your job, with people from all around Europe to come and learn and experience together the water sector in Europe. And why is it important to have a collaborative water sector in Europe and a European framework? It is local, as Rogério said, but we also have the same water. We have the same rules we need to apply to, and we all can learn so much from each other. We try so many times the same things over and over again, while we could also just ask our neighbors and the people we are sharing our water with. It's a cycle, and we need to deal with it and deal with each other much more effective and efficient. And that's what we train the young professionals to do. So I think 80% of them has a technical background, but the others are also more on the political side or on the social side. And they try to learn from and with each other's in projects from each other's organizations, and challenges they bring to each other. They have a quite extended skills and trainings program of more than 20 days of personal development trainings. And then we talk first about who am I, how do I communicate? And then we start talking, okay, and so how does the other communicate? And what does that mean then? Since we are a European program, we have a lot of attention to cultural differences and intercultural communication. But we do also have more practical skills such as project management, time management. How do you get efficient when there's so much complexity in the world we're living in? And we're talking about water management in the future as a holistic system. Okay, that means we have to take care of everything. How are we doing that? We can't. So how do you divide? How can we make it still be human to work on it and still make it fun? By giving the right challenges and also make it accessible for people with other backgrounds as well, and not just talking the high technical points of views, but also to take into account how the citizens feel about their water treatment, since how we value water is such an important idea to keep also the attention for the water sector high, but also to keep people wanting to work in the water sector as well. We need to become more a brand, people need to want to work in the water sector because it's cool, because we matter, because you create great added value, yeah, that makes the world better. And who doesn't want to work there? So those are the skills we try to encourage our participants to take up, and to create a network all around Europe. And with that whole package of 8 training weeks, we empower them to take up the challenges that are ahead of us. And the challenges are different everywhere. And with your different roles, you will have different challenges. But we believe that with the right tools and skills, well, 10 years ago, we even didn't have an iPhone. Now we're managing everything online and with data. We don't know how the world in 10 years will look like technically, probably. So we can learn ourselves technical skills every time, but how can we make sure we can adapt? And that is what we try to do with the European Junior Water Program, to empower the young professionals, because they will be professionals for a long time, to take up that challenge. Yeah, that the human behavior is also a central focus point in water management for the future. Yeah, I think that is what I would want to share. For just to mention a bit about myself, because that might also, especially young people, how do you get somewhere? I'm not a water specialist myself. You sometimes end up, and your career will go wherever it goes. And the way you adapt, my background is in political science and religious studies. Well, so nothing to do with water, but it has to do with human complexity, and to adapt to different cultures and different systems. And I believe that what the water sector needs is to open up and to embrace all the other sectors around us, and to be ambitious, just as ambitious as all the others, and be better at it, because we have water, and water is so much more sexy than energy and everything. Water is life. So thank you.
Thank you, Naomi. We'll keep that. Water is life, and that's why we're in the World Forum for Life. Couldn't be a better ending for your presentation. And when it comes to everything you've said, I mean, you brought a human perspective to the water topic, and with that, just I want to share a statistic, and that is that 75% of jobs depend on water. So you're close to youth, you're close to young people, and building skills. So I just wanted to drop that figure there, and I wanted to ask you, for curiosity, how have you seen? Because I come from an organization working with young entrepreneurs, basically. How have you seen young people? From your perspective, how has that change been from past, present to future when it comes to the water sector? Have you seen difference from the past to where we are now, and where are we going?
Are they different? I think young people always have the ambition to do it a bit different than the ones before. But we believe that innovation will come from young people as well. And I do not really agree with that. I would hope so, but I think the transformations that we need to do now, we need everyone to tackle in, and you can't just depend on young professionals, because they also still want to learn. They still want mentors to learn from and to develop their skills. I believe that the difference is that what becomes more and more important in careers of young professionals is the way they want to matter in their jobs. They want to feel that they add value what they're doing, and to connect with that broader sense of climate change and climate impact. They want to have impact, and by connecting to that feeling of impact, I do believe we can support the water sector much more than the story we tell at the moment.
Okay, thank you, Naomi. And now we're going to go to Portugal, to Gaia more precisely. And I would like to introduce the next speaker. That's Miguel Lemos Rodrigues. He's the CEO at Águas Gaia, and that's a municipality company 100% owned by the municipality of Vila Nova de Gaia. And Águas de Gaia is basically responsible for the distribution of quality water. It is today a company of reference in the water sector, innovative and with a proven track record and with vision of the future. And I would just like to give the floor to Miguel Lemos and tell us a bit about what Águas de Gaia is doing in Portugal and how it's making a difference for citizens in Portugal.
Thank you, Raquel. Thank you, everybody. First of all, I must start to thanks for this organization. How Rogério and Afonso fan. I'm here in Reguengos de Monserrat, and you can believe that we are in a very nice place, in a fantastic place, in front of a lake. So Naomi, please, next time you must come here to Portugal, because here the environment is absolutely fantastic, and the invitation is also for Raquel. So thanks for the invitation again. Is a big honor to be here in this panel that have a very curious issue and a very curious subject, and I will try to tell my view about this difficult subjects and difficult challenge. Before we starting this conference, I and Rogério are looking for the lake, and how Portugal is now the presidency of the European Union, and how we are here in Portugal, and most important, how Raquel Torres, our moderator, is from Galicia, that is a very nice place, very close of north of Portugal, where the Spanish is most similar with the Portuguese. I and Rogério did a deal that we will do our speech in Portuguese, so I will also do it. But of course, after that, we can do the debate in English. So let's switch the chip to my mother language. Falar de facto deste desafio que nos colocar, que é o presente, o passado, o presente e o futuro, o grande desafio, a responsabilidade dos operadores da água, e no caso em concreto em que eu represento, ao contrário aqui dos colegas, represento um operador 100% público, e simultaneamente represento também aqui a Associação Europeia de Operadores Públicos de Água, do qual faço parte da direção, em nome das Águas de Gaia, naturalmente. Devo dizer que é efetivamente uma grande responsabilidade falar deste tema, mas também, e apesar de correr o risco de me poder vir a contradizer no que vou dizer a seguir, eu julgo que os desafios não mudaram ao longo do passado, do presente e do futuro. E não mudaram porquê? Não mudaram porque, a meu ver, nós operadores de água, independentemente de termos, enfim, capital privado ou capital público, há pouco o Rogério disse muito bem que a água é efetivamente um bem público, e a forma ou melhor, a forma do capital das empresas é que pode ser diferente, mas no final do dia a gestão da água é qualquer um de nós, seja as Águas de Gaia, a BeWater, a SAUR, todos nós fazemos a gestão de um bem precioso que é a água e de um bem público que é de facto os recursos hídricos. E portanto eu diria que nestes 3 períodos temporais, do passado, do presente e do futuro, não mudou assim tanto, porque o que nós operadores de água temos que garantir são 3 tipos de sustentabilidade, a meu ver. A sustentabilidade financeira, a sustentabilidade ambiental e a sustentabilidade social, ou seja, o acesso à água, no fundo cumprindo inclusive o 6º objetivo do milénio, dos objetivos para o desenvolvimento sustentável, e o 6º que nos indica, ou que nos apela a que possamos fornecer água e saneamento para todos. E, portanto, é aquilo que nós diariamente, nas nossas empresas, e nas concessões que cada um de nós representa, portanto, tentamos fazer. E, portanto, o grande desafio é exatamente este. E eu vou começar por tentar explicar os três do meu ponto de vista. Sustentabilidade financeira. Hoje, independentemente do tipo de empresa ou independentemente da estrutura acionista das nossas empresas, no meu caso concreto somos 100% detidos por um município, mas na realidade nós temos que ter uma visão de sustentabilidade financeira. É preciso também desmistificar este ponto em que nós não dependemos de nenhum orçamento municipal ou nenhum orçamento público. Nós temos que garantir, até porque o regulador assim obriga e porque, enfim, a boa gestão assim também o obriga, nós temos que garantir este imperativo que é da sustentabilidade financeira. As nossas empresas têm que viver dos seus IVFs e têm que viver das tarifas que cobram aos seus clientes de forma a poder, portanto, pagar os custos de estrutura e fazer os investimentos necessários à exploração. Por outro lado, ter tarifas justas e que possam permitir o acesso à água, independentemente da condição social. E por isso é que, independentemente das empresas a operar, existem vários tipos tarifários e existem inclusive os chamados tarifários sociais. Depois, o tema da sustentabilidade ambiental. Hoje nós já todos percebemos que temos que todos contribuir em conjunto para a sustentabilidade ambiental, para as metas do milénio e principalmente para um grande desafio que é efetivamente a meta 2050, a meta da descarbonização e a meta da neutralidade carbónica. Eu devo dizer que a esse propósito tenho naturalmente orgulho em ser europeu e portanto ter orgulho em ser europeu e estar num continente em que os temas da sustentabilidade ambiental estão na ordem do dia, estão na agenda política, ainda agora se viu com o Green Deal e com o Pacto de Poluição Zero, portanto, efetivamente, temos que ter orgulho na Europa e na União Europeia por ter colocado com frontalidade este tema na agenda e naturalmente tenho também orgulho, devo dizê-lo, de ser português e de, portanto, estar num país que foi o primeiro país a assinar precisamente os compromissos da descarbonização e o compromisso de atingir a neutralidade carbónica até 2050. E nós operadores públicos, nós operadores de água, estamos aqui num painel mais vasto, nós operadores de água temos que ter em consideração de facto esta questão da sustentabilidade ambiental e da neutralidade carbónica, para depois fazer chegar água à casa dos nossos clientes ou coletar o saneamento ou tratar das nossas redes de águas pluviais, carecem de um grande esforço energético e, portanto, nós temos que ter em atenção também o tema da neutralidade carbónica, temos que ter em atenção de ter sistemas o mais eficientes possíveis para que possamos efetivamente também ter uma visão ambiental quando fazemos a nossa exploração e quando distribuímos a água aos nossos clientes ou coletamos saneamento. Depois gostava de dar aqui um ponto relacionado com o nosso caso em concreto das Águas de Gaia. Nós gerimos todo o ciclo urbano da água e, portanto, aquilo que nós costumamos afirmar é que nós somos contribuintes líquidos para aquilo que designamos de uma cidade inteligente. Uma cidade inteligente, no termo mais abrangente, mais clássico, vamos dizer assim, de Smart City, que eu evoluía para um conceito que julgo ser mais interessante nos dias de hoje. Uma cidade sustentável e simultaneamente inclusiva. E é isso que nós, operadores de água, temos também a obrigação de fazer. Porque nós, ao gerirmos o ciclo urbano da água, estamos a distribuir água de qualidade para que em cada casa qualquer cidadão possa abrir a torneira e efetivamente ter confiança na água, e hoje podem ter confiança na água que se consome. Portugal, aliás, é dos países que tem, segundo o regulador, 99% da água distribuída é segura para consumo humano. No nosso caso concreto, esse indicador chega aos 100%, e depois gerimos não só o saneamento, que nos permite depois, por exemplo, no caso de Vila Nova de Gaia, termos praias com bandeira azul, porque efetivamente as nossas águas balneares são também de extrema qualidade. Porquê? Porque coletamos o saneamento, porque tratamos o saneamento, porque gerimos uma rede de águas pluviais separativa e, portanto, não há mistura de efluentes e, portanto, podemos, de facto, hastear as famosas bandeiras azuis, porque há todo um trabalho anterior. Portanto, efetivamente, neste conjunto de ciclo urbano da água, em que se gere não só a distribuição da água, o saneamento, as águas pluviais, as linhas de água, que são hoje em dia também muito importantes no debate do ciclo urbano da água, as linhas de água às ribeiras, e também a costa atlântica, a nossa costa atlântica, que no caso de Vila Nova de Gaia são mais de 15 km de praia, como há pouco disse, de bandeira azul. Depois, pegando no tema do nosso painel, passado, presente e futuro, eu diria que há aqui uma grande diferença entre o passado e o presente. E eu vou omitir o futuro porque eu acho que o futuro é hoje. Portanto, falar de futuro é falar dos dias de hoje, é falar de uma mudança abismal daquilo que podemos hoje verificar que ser a gestão de um operador de água. Há anos atrás, eu diria que estas entidades eram entidades cinzentas, eram as entidades do betão, eram as entidades em que andávamos a construir tubagem, estávamos a desenvolver os nossos sistemas de saneamento, era, portanto, betão por todo lado, máquinas por todo lado, era, de facto, o desenvolvimento urbano e o desenvolvimento dos países assente, de facto, nesta questão da água, quer da distribuição, quer também das águas residuais urbanas. E, portanto, isso foi os anos 90, em que, de facto, o desenvolvimento, o ano 2000, vá lá, em que o desenvolvimento se fez pela via do aumento das condutas, pela colocação de tubagem, por toda esses investimentos que foram necessários fazer nas nossas cidades. Hoje em dia, nós tomamos decisões e hoje em dia temos que tomar decisões em tempo real e, portanto, aquilo que hoje se verifica numa empresa de água, como há pouco o Afonso também o referiu e o Rogério também, é efetivamente falar de tecnologia, falar de inovação. Nós hoje tomamos mais decisões de investir num determinado sistema informático que nos permite reduzir as perdas de água ou que nos permite controlar melhor a nossa água não faturada do que propriamente em condutas ou tubos. Portanto, hoje, de facto, a gestão é feita de inovação e tecnologia. Eu gostava de, sem maçar os nossos ouvintes, falar de 2 ou 3 exemplos do nosso caso, do caso das Águas de Gaia, porque efetivamente temos vindo a fazer a transformação digital e temos contribuído para essa transformação digital. Logo à partida, na gestão, hoje, como há pouco disse, é gerir com base em informação e, portanto, nós não só temos hoje um sistema de gestão documental, portanto quase não utilizamos papel na nossa gestão, também com enormes resultados, não só ambientais como também financeiros, como se calcula, mas temos sistemas que nos permitem, através, enfim, estou aqui em Reguengos de Monsaraz e através do meu telemóvel posso saber quanta água foi aduzida ao nosso sistema, quanta água é que nós distribuímos, qual foi a cobrança que foi realizada ao dia de hoje, qual é a nossa dívida, quantas faturas foram emitidas, qual é a nossa percentagem de água não faturada, qual é a nossa percentagem de perdas, e tudo num smartphone, e em tempo real e ao dia. Portanto, eu amanhã sei quais são os resultados do dia de hoje. Isto é muito importante quando queremos gerir com eficiência e com eficácia, e é esta alteração que foi efetuada nas nossas empresas. Depois, termos uma noção de que é preciso nos focarmos cada vez mais no problema das perdas de água. Ainda hoje, já ao longo do dia e talvez ontem também, foram vários oradores que falaram sobre isto e eu ainda hoje ouvi o engenheiro Pimenta Machado a falar sobre a percentagem de perdas de água que ainda se verifica no nosso país. Eu devo dizer que também isto está a mudar e no nosso caso em concreto estamos a investir muito para sermos de facto dos melhores em termos de eficácia e podermos realmente ter uma percentagem muito reduzida de perdas de água. Fizemos um dos maiores investimentos num programa para aumento de eficiência. Temos um sistema de detecção de perdas de água por satélite, que fomos, aliás, a primeira empresa em Portugal a usá-lo. Temos um sistema, estamos a utilizar agora e a instalar telemetria, portanto contadores inteligentes nos nossos clientes para que possamos ter também em tempo real as leituras e eles próprios também possam ter. Temos ganhos de eficácia não só do ponto de vista de gestão, mas também na componente comercial. Estamos a modular a nossa rede, aliás com devo até dizer, por coincidência, um sistema que está aqui presente aqui neste fórum, o Waterwise, e portanto estamos de facto a fazer a nossa transformação digital. E portanto eu terminava, porque já me deram nota disso, para esta questão, esta ideia. o passado foi importantíssimo na questão de termos água, abrangermos água e termos saneamento em praticamente 100% das nossas habitações e água de qualidade. Hoje, a importância, hoje o presente e olhando para o futuro, é efetivamente o tema da eficácia da gestão, o tema dos resultados, o tema da sustentabilidade ambiental, financeira e social. Só assim é que podemos, a meu ver, poder contribuir para que, enfim, o planeta possa também contar connosco, com o setor da água. Muito obrigado.
Obrigada, Miguel. Thank you so much for sharing your experience and actually sharing with us so much about what Portugal is doing and what you're doing at Águas de Gaia. And I would like the rest of the speakers to think about a closing sentence while I wrap up the panel. So just short statement that I will ask you in a couple of minutes. We have 8 minutes to close, and before that, I think we all can share that the COVID pandemic has also demonstrated that there's a critical importance in sanitation, hygiene, and adequate access when it comes to clean water for preventing and containing diseases. I think that's something that we have seen throughout the pandemic, and with hand hygiene, saving lives, just put as simply as that. And even though, because Miguel Lemos mentioned the Sustainable Development Goals, and even though there's substantial progress when it comes to clean water and sanitation, and we have heard about many of these examples here today, there are also some challenges, and especially when it comes to rural areas, still lacking basic services. Worldwide, 1 in 3 people do not have access to safe drinking water. 2 out of 5 people do not have basic hand washing facility with soap and water. So this is, again, putting the best practices next to the challenges and how we can somehow also share the experiences. And that was one of the things Naomi mentioned during her presentation, working together, cooperation, how we can learn from those who are doing it right, and then spread the good throughout. So I'm gonna move over to you for this closing remarks. So starting with Rogério, as we started at the beginning.
Yes, Raquel, to summarize all the topics, I think it's important 3 disciplines to work together. Basically, water technology, engineering, infrastructure innovation to prevent climate change impact, and perhaps the most important, public health communications and pricing policy to encourage conservative use without limited access of the resources. For me, it's the 3 main disciplines that we need to work in the future together.
That's going to be one of our takeaways. Next takeaway from Afonso Fan.
Yes, like Rogério and Miguel, we all mentioned that in the future, one of the most important facts for water service in the future is sustainability. The sustainability in financing, environment, and also we have to show our social responsibilities, especially under this COVID pandemic. We all have responsibilities to make this water better and more. We have to more reliable for this service in the future.
Thank you, Afonso. Over to Naomi.
Thank you. I do believe that we agree that water is essential for so many different aspects of our lives, and we need to focus on developing the technologies and policies, but also on the human connections and how to do that together with each other and for each other. And those connections now, especially during this pandemic time, I think we all felt how hard it is if we don't have that human connection, which connects us why we're doing the things we love to do and we want to make the world better for. Yeah, make sure you create those connections, that we work together, and that we empower ourselves to be able to do that. If you have a technical background or any other background, please let us open up the water sector to all the knowledge we don't incorporate at the moment, to become stronger as a sector, and to be more able to supply the most precious thing we have. And if I have the opportunity, you can check all the developments of the European Junior Water Programme on www.juniorwaterprogramme.eu. We also have a lot of social media accounts running, so you can check us out. And we really encourage people to join our community as organizations and as young professionals, also as mentors. We do believe that the strength of what we can achieve is in when we do it together and share the knowledge and experience. Thank you.
Thank you, Naomi. So with that takeaway, we go to the last one, Miguel Lemos. I love your conclusion before, but I also given you the chance to sum it up.
Okay, thank you again. So I am totally agree with the other colleagues, and so I will say again that the water operators are engaged in terms of development of our countries, our cities. So we are contributed to create more efficient and integrated cities. So we are not only operators to provide water or to collect the wastewater. They work on the greening of the city. So I think that the message is that we work together in terms of this kind of goals. And also another thing very, very important that we didn't talk again, that I will finish with this thing, is to promote the tap water. In fact, our tap water is high quality, so we must work at the schools with the children. We must offer, for instance, little bottles to our companies have these bottles. We must do these programs at the schools to promote our tap water, because the tap water is also a contributor for the environment and to the sustainability. So I think this is also very, very important, that the people believe in our work and believe in our water quality. So my last word is drink tap water, because tap water have quality and is more cheaper than the water inside the plastic bottles. Is better because don't use plastic to transport, and it is not necessary to use also cars to put at the supermarket. Just open the tap and you have water. So thank you very much for this invitation.
Thank you, Miguel. That's where the future is taking us, to sustainability, and sustainable behaviors. So thank you to all the speakers, Rogério, Afonso, Naomi, and Miguel. And I will just like to also thank the organizers of the Water Forum for Life. It's been amazingly organized. Technically, we're connected on a hybrid mode from live to virtual, and we just started on time and finishing on time. So congratulations also on the organization, and also really a pleasure to have Portugal host this and host us. This time, welcoming at least some of us online, and hopefully next time when the pandemic is behind us, that will be live in the country of the sea, we can say. So thank you all for joining us, listening to us, and continue enjoying the forum.